The innovative design of the Snow Peak BiPod Stove gives unparalleled stability for the pack size and the weight of this canister stove. We're going to take a look at all the features and what makes this stove so innovative. As the name suggests, this is a bipod stove, meaning that there's two legs. The third leg of this stove, and what gives it so much stability, is actually the way the stove connects to the canister. With this setup, you've got your stove and then your canister off to the side, giving it a lot more stability than your traditional canister stove setup. With a traditional setup, you've got the canister on the bottom, stove on top of that, and then the pot on top of that. And that provides kind of a tall, skinny structure. It's easily tipped over, but with this system, you've got a really stable base, and you don't have to worry about the pot on top shifting or moving or falling over. Setup of the stove is really simple. The pieces that are included are the stove, the fuel valve, and the auto igniter. When you want to set up the stove, it's really simple. First, I want to point out the really wide burner head. This allows you to have really even heat distribution, and when you want to simmer the stove, it provides really even heat, really low even heat, but this also provides a lot of power. So when you want to turn the stove up and have it on max power, you've got a really big flame here and a really wide burner head. You've got 4 fold-out arms, and these are really easy to just fold out. As you can see, there's a really wide, stable base here. So you could use a smaller pot here for one person. If you have a group cooking system, you could put a really wide stove on there and not worry about that being unstable. So it's a really, really great, nice wide base there. The next thing you want to do is set up the 2 feet. So these are the 2 legs there, and there's actually 2 settings. If you want to use a smaller 110 gram canister, which is what I have here, you just set it on the smaller setting. You can see that little button right there. If you need to have it on a taller setting, if you've got a 250 gram canister, all you have to do is push in that button and adjust it out to the taller setting. So it's really convenient there. But then when you want to tuck it away, it compresses down to be even smaller, and you can tuck that away. So I'm going to set it on the lower setting there, and I have it set on the other side too. The fuel valve is the next thing you want to set up, and they have a nice little protector on the end of that fuel valve. This is the part that's going to attach to the burner head, and really nice setup here. It's lightweight, but it's also very stable and durable. And then you have a nice fuel adapter, so this is going to make your flame go up and down. This is really nice to use as opposed to some smaller ones that I've seen. This is going to allow you to make minor adjustments, and it's going to allow you to simmer as well as just put this on full power. Before I attach it to the canister, I want to make sure it's completely turned off so that when I put the canister onto the stove, it doesn't leak out the gas. Next thing you want to do is attach the fuel valve to the stove. What I normally do here is I align that so that the threads are on the bottom, and that way you can get a nice tight fit and not have to worry about that being misaligned. So there you have the stove set up, and the next thing you want to do is just attach the canister. Once you've got the canister set up, you can use the auto igniter and turn on the stove. Once everything's set up, you can see how stable of a base this is. You've got the weight of the fuel canister over here, and these 2 legs on the side are really stable. So you can see you could put something that's pretty heavy on top of there, and it's not going to move. This also eliminates the need to have an extra canister stabilizer on the bottom of the canister, so that eliminates the need to bring something else with you. So you've got just a few parts here, really simple to use, and it also puts the flame controller farther away from the flame, so you don't have to worry about getting too hot when you're adjusting the flame. So that's a really nice feature there. And just all in all, it just seems like a really stable base, something that's going to provide a lot of stability there when you're out in the backcountry. The materials in this stove are both lightweight and very durable. It's an aluminum alloy, so it keeps the weight down of the stove. And this would be a great option for any camper or backpacker who's looking for a lightweight canister stove. It being a canister stove, it's not going to perform best in the coldest of temperatures, but it's certainly going to get you through most weather throughout the year. It is the Snow Peak BiPod Stove.